Deeper. We have to keep going deeper. So I'm looking.
What's worse than everything you've mentioned so far?
Worse than soccer. Worse than baseball. Is it
where else would the only option for alcohol be a giant 24-ounce Bud Light?
Some sort of football game.
You're missing the obvious here.
Is it professional wrestling?
No, it was outdoors.
No, are you talking about some sort of like demolition derby or car
yeah.
car event?
It was a NASCAR event.
Oh my god! So did you have fun? That's the real question.
No, absolutely not.
Also, we just started recording, so this is the beginning of our episode too.
Okay. Oh, so is this thing on?
Yes. Exactly. Tap, 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 tap. Is this thing on? Oh my. Oh.
Is this live?
Oh my. Yeah. So, yeah, welcome to our post show for D23, everyone.
This is our midnight post show. As we wipe our tears and our dreams off the floor.
Yeah, I'm trying to find Jeff a really good wrap up. It's kind of hard to find it.
So for those of you tuning in at home, I have only caught up with all of the announcements as of like 7:30 this evening because I have been, shall we say, occupied. So Joe's going to try and find me a all-encompassing article recap online, and then I can actually talk about my feelings as I read it.
Yeah, like no spoilers, kind of like okay, this one's not bad, it's not great.
I mean, I really just need, just the, bullet points of what they announced. I don't need like, all of the book-long commentary on it.
So our first thing we need to talk about is they teased fucking Tapestry of Nation. They teased
it? What does that mean?
They basically were like, hey, we did this thing for Disneyland where we had like an advertisement on television with all of our old attractions. So they pulled out a bunch of old attractions and shows that they did on like the stage, like they did Mad Tea Party, and they did Tapestry of Nations.
Oh God!
And you don't tease.
You must have been freaking out. You must have been having an episode.
I am currently in a mode right now where I'm tweeting at Robert Iger on Twitter saying, "Bring me Tapestry of Nations. What do I have to do? Who do I have to murder? Like, what do I have to do to make Tapestry come back for a week? What do
Bob, just point.
Yeah, just you don't have to say a word. You just have to point at Chapek, and it's done. It's done. We've got it. So yeah. Yeah, so they teased Tapestry of Nations, and I'm thinking my shit. I'm like, this is it. This is what I want to hear. Like, no, I'm flying down tomorrow to go to Tapestry of Nations.
They're not going to reintroduce Tapestry. It doesn't have Disney characters in it.
Okay, so I found a really good wrap up, Jeff.
Mm-hmm. Okay, go ahead.
Can I tweet it at you, or do you want me to read it to you?
Can I Google search it? I'm on my laptop.
It's at coaster101.com. It's the everything announced for Disney parks at the 2017 D23 Expo.
All right, let me.
I think this is definitely one of the best write-ups. So,
okay.
Plus to Coaster 101 on that one.
Okay, all right, I got it. Okay, let's see.
Every other year.
You just want me to? You just want me to start, or do you want to introduce anything?
Let me read Andrew's write-up, and then you can kind of read like the first part of it. Every other year, the Walt Disney Company holds the D23 Expo at the Anaheim Convention Center in order to showcase, quote-unquote, all the magic, wonder, and adventure at this remarkable gathering created especially for the most passionate and loyal fans. The Expo represents 3 full days of inside the magic experiences, including sneak peeks at upcoming films from the Walt Disney Studios, dazzling celebrity appearances, the Disney Legends ceremony, and the Treasures of the Walt Disney Archives exhibition, which spotlights crown jewels from Disney's timeless legacy. And of interest to theme park fans, a look at what's coming from Disney Parks and Resorts and Walt Disney Imagineering. The particular presentation was held Saturday afternoon, about 6 hours ago. Saturday afternoon, and we have done our best to compile all the new experiences coming to the 12 Disney parks around the world in the near future.
So get comfy, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, so Jeff, do you want to read the first bolded segment there?
Okay, the first section is Star Wars at Disneyland and Disney's Hollywood Studios. Okay, we already knew about that, right?
Yeah, but we have a
Um,
name now.
oh, oh, they actually figured out what to put in there. Okay, so
And a name. Yes.
blah blah blah, construction, scale model.
Yep.
Okay, scale models, cool. 14-acre land, so that's pretty big.
It's very large. It's about 2 acres larger than Hogsmeade, including Dragon's Challenge. So it's a lot. That's very large.
And that is 10 acres of Dragon's Challenge and 2 acres of Hogsmeade right there.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much.
Okay, so the lands will each hold 2 attractions, one where park guests pilot the Millennium Falcon on a secret mission,
Yes.
and another adventure that puts guests in the middle of a battle between the First Order and the Resistance. So that comes with hard hats, I assume.
Yeah, probably.
Star Wars lands, blah blah blah, blah blah blah.
So I'm interested in the name.
Okay. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Is that the ride?
No, that's the land's name.
That's the land's name.
Yes.
Oh God.
I like
God.
it. I like it.
Why don't they just call it Star Wars Land?
Because I think they want to go the Harry Potter route and be like, well, you have the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Hogsmeade, and then you have the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Diagon Alley. So you have Star Wars, Galaxy's Edge, and then you have Star Wars, Emperor Palpatine's Pleasure Palace, or whatever. I don't know.
But is the Star Wars Land supposed to take place in Galaxy's Edge?
Yeah. So the land itself is like a trading post on like one of those planets that are no longer monitored because of light speeds and travel, but also it's like that. It's like kind of like a Route 66. It's like Cars Land, basically. It's like that weird Route 66 thing going on where, like, if you're on light speed, you pass it, but if you're doing like planet to planet travel, it's way too far. It's like
they have a blinking yellow pulsar.
Yeah, exactly. So like, yeah. So that's what's going on there. So
the Cars Land of the Star Wars universe. Well, doesn't that seem excitement?
Did you read the next paragraph after that?
Okay, let's do that.
For the fans of the original Star Tours.
Oh, Captain Rex is going to be in the restaurant. Oh, they should have made him. They should have put him in the ride
as a DJ.
As the DJ. Oh, okay. Well, that's not related.
Yeah.
To anything he does. He's a tour bus operator.
Yeah.
How is he? Okay, whatever.
Yes, that's my general feelings also. Okay, whatever.
Okay, so far, this is very like, I read one sentence and it's very up, and then I read the next sentence and it's like, oh, like it's almost like a punchline to a joke. It's like, knock knock, who's there? Star Wars. Oh, I like Star Wars. Galaxy's Edge. What?
Yeah.
Lol.
That's a good comparison. I like that. Yeah.
So they have the Cantina restaurant, but
yes,
but Rex is not in the Cantina. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna stop thinking.
Stop thinking.
The original. Okay, new concept art. Okay, that doesn't tell me anything. Oh, okay. Here's something. The AT-AT. So is it another simulator, or is it like a Spider-Man sort of you travel through?
They've actually shown the ride vehicle, and it's going to be it's very similar to the Antarctica ride vehicles, except it actually has a Star Wars droid on the front of it. So it's going to be a motion simulator, trackless kind of situation.
And WDW News Today says there's a First Order attaction.
Well, so, Tom Corliss isn't perfect. He's not perfect.
Well, okay. Blah, blah, blah. Disneyland will open first.
Yep.
Okay. So we get slightly more with Star Wars Land. Even though they've been thinking about this for like 3 years now, we still only have basic concept art and, wow, a model. Okay. All right. So we still don't know what this Millennium Falcon attraction is going to look like.
Not really.
So what does that mean, we pilot the Millennium Falcon? Do they actually mean we're going to pilot it, or is that just marketing speak?
So they've shown a concept art that's on in here of a 6-person cabin, 3 rows of 2, in like the Millennium Falcon like cockpit. and that's all we know about that attraction.
Just cool.
Yep. And they're still like, oh yeah, the decisions you make, like the person cashing you out for lunch will judge you about it, which is like, yeah, sure, okay, whatever, because that's exactly what I want.
So it's Toontown Trolley, Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah. So yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, you didn't do well piloting the Millennium Falcon. I'm like, I just want my fucking fish and chip now, bastard. I don't know. I need my Sith and chips. Shut up.
Are they gonna try and program your success rate on your Magic Band?
Oh yeah,
on the Millennium Falcon.
Most likely, yeah.
You failed to save Alderaan again. Wow. Well, sorry about that last Alderaan trip. Just give me my goddamn Bud Light, would you?
Yeah, they just pull this. They just pull a food tray away slowly and put it back, and it's just like, go away. You're not welcome here. No.
You see, like we're in line. We're like all like disheveled. Like our shirts, our t-shirts are torn. And you're like, just give me my goddamn French fries.
Yeah, pretty much.
I've had a hard day.
Yep.
Okay, so that's that. Okay, now Disney's Hollywood Studios. Replacement for Great Movie Ride. Yeah, we knew that was coming. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Did you see Great Movie Ride is closing August 13th?
Yeah, no, that's lame. That's Mr. Toad all over again right there.
Yeah.
Because, we haven't learned anything. We literally have not learned anything in 20 years.
Pretty much.
Don't they get that, like, if you announce this like a year in advance, that people will actually plan their vacations to go on this ride for the last time? Like, do they not understand that?
Yeah. I mean, and considering the fact that this summer has been a weak month of attendance for Disney, if they announce, like, hey, we're closing a bunch of attractions for new stuff.
But Joe, look at the length of our lines.
Yeah, because we'll just end that there.
Okay, so Runaway Railway, Mickey and Minnie, we knew that. Wacky and Unpredictable World of Mickey Mouse. Oh, so Mickey Mouse cartoons are wacky and unpredictable now?
Yeah.
Is this the 1940s again?
It's those new ones, the new Mickey Mouse cartoon.
Oh God, what is that picture? What is that thing? That's Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse with very large teeth.
Yeah.
Since when did Mickey Mouse have huge teeth?
Now.
Oh, that's awful. Please tell me they're not going to look like that.
The teeth come from the children.
Yes, I've collected 5 so far. 5 teeth, that is.
No, 5 children's.
Okay. Dazzling visual effects. Yeah, you said under new management would have dazzling visual effects. Out of control, blah, blah, blah. Mind-boggling transformations. Okay, doesn't mean anything until you show me something. The ride will feature a new single, blah, blah, blah. A new theme song. Oh, can't wait for that. Mm-hmm. New experience, 2.5D. Oh, see, 2.5D was actually a thing since Atlantis. But yeah, no, that's cool. We can pretend like you just made that up now. Yeah,
exactly. So that was the big thing with Kevin Rafferty. He's like, this is the craziest thing I've ever worked on and the best thing I've ever worked on in the past.
Kevin Rafferty is still employed.
Yeah, well,
I haven't heard his name in like 20 years.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. He's like, this is the craziest and best thing I've worked on in Imagineering in 40 years. And I'm like, Kevin, don't do that. Don't do
well,
that.
That's actually true because he hasn't worked on anything in 40 years.
Oh, that's...
I was surprised that he still works there. Like he was one of the main show writers back in the day. I think he wrote It's Tough to Be a Bug. I think he wrote Under New Management, but he was like one of the head show writers in the late 90s. And then after like California Adventure opened, I literally never heard his name again. Maybe they just tried to keep him out of the press or something.
Probably. There's actually really good
A dimensional display of amazingness. Oh, thank you. How much are we paying you to write this stuff?
Yeah, hold on. There's a really good quote from him that I retweeted on Parkscope. This is one of the boldest.
A better quote than dimensional display of amazingness.
Yeah. Okay. This is what it is. This is one of the boldest, most impossible things I've worked on in the almost 40 years of being an Imagineer. And you know what? That's what I love about it. Well, that and Mickey, Kevin said. This is not going to be a small attraction. It's going to be game changing. You know what this is? It's just projection mapping everywhere on sets that move. Congratulations.
Yeah, anything called Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railway is not going to be a game changer. I'm sorry. Yeah. So it might be fun, but it's just, yeah. screens. But that's like the thing with so the other day I got into YouTube binging all of the latest attractions that have opened at foreign Disney parks in the last couple years.
Okay.
So I saw the video of Ratatouille, and I just couldn't wrap my mind around why that was trackless. Because it's literally just screen after screen after screen after screen. And it's like the trackless ride technology is there so you can explore the 3D space. It's so, you can have multiple entries, multiple rooms, multiple pathways, and you can sort of, dance around. The vehicles can dance around each other and do all these cool things. But literally that happened in like half of a room when you were somehow in like the refrigerator and like the pantry. And that was not exciting, but the entire rest of the ride was literally just walls of screens. And it's like, why would you waste the trackless ride technology on this? And I'm thinking, like, seeing pictures of Star Wars and Mickey's Runaway Railway, I'm thinking to myself, like, is this going to be the same thing? Is this just going to be more screens and, oh, we turn things into stuff? Yeah, well, that's nice, but so does Mystic Manor, and I'm pretty sure Mystic Manor is going to be better than this.
Yeah, that's the problem with Kong, is that they have this trackless ride system, and there is no trackless component. It's just like you could have it on a track, and it would be the same exact attraction. It's just...
Yeah, and it seems to me like you would have less of a headache. It would probably cost less if it was on the track. And you'd have less of a headache with breakdowns with the radio system and all that.
Yeah.
So it's if you're not going to explore the technology, like why even have the technology in there? I mean, that's just nonsensical.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, so there's more on Mickey and Minnie here. Oh yeah. So there's the quote from Kevin Rafferty.
Yeah.
This is one of the boldest, most impossible things I've ever worked on. Okay, well, until you show us what it actually is, I'm not going to believe you. Blah, blah, blah. Feature more hidden Mickeys than any other attraction. Is he kidding? Or is that like, does he know that hidden Mickeys actually have to be hidden in order to be hidden Mickeys?
I think
that's like one of the rules.
Well, but that's also kind of one of the points is like, if you say it's a hidden Mickey, it's not a hidden Mickey anymore. It's like one of those things. It's sort of like,
yeah.
It's
one of those things like, is the dining room set in the Haunted Mansion still technically a hidden Mickey because literally everyone knows it's there.
Yeah.
Feature. Okay. There's Toy Story Land. We knew about that. Oh, it looks even worse than it used to. Ugh. Yeah, that looks like something out of Disney Studios Paris right there.
Well, the Slinky Dog coaster looks good.
I can't even see it. Does it look good? Have you seen other pictures of it?
The Slinky Dog coaster is going to be a dual launch mech coaster.
Okay.
And it's gonna be. You know what? I'm putting my foot down right now. It's gonna be legit. I think it's gonna be a really good ride.
You promise?
I really think it is. I mean, like it's gonna be like 120 feet tall.
But what like effects are they gonna have?
It's just gonna be an outdoor powered launch coaster.
Oh, so is it gonna be like Manta at SeaWorld San Diego?
Yes.
Okay, because I like Manta. That's a good ride.
There you go. That's what it is.
As long as it's like that.
That's what it's going to be.
I doubt it's going to have as good of a launch as Manta does, though. The Manta launch is fantastic.
Okay, so don't scroll down too quick yet.
Okay.
Have you seen the Magic Kingdom header?
No. I'm still looking at Slinky Dog here.
Okay, that's fine. Don't scroll down too quick. When you see Magic Kingdom, just hold. When you see the words Magic Kingdom, just hold on to it, and then we'll talk. We'll talk for a second.
Okay, I'm holding. Okay, go ahead.
So, what do you think is coming to Magic Kingdom?
Well, I heard that they're going to put a Tron coaster in Tomorrowland.
Okay.
I heard about this 3 days ago.
Okay.
I think it's going to replace the Speedway or something like that. That's what they said. And then, did I hear anything else? No, that was something else. No, I didn't hear anything else besides that one.
So they have two announcements for the Magic Kingdom. So scroll down. You're going to hit the concept art first.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we knew that was coming. Oh, and the Speedway is still there.
Yes, exactly.
So it's not going to replace the Speedway.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
well, that's nice. That was nice.
One of my concepts is that because of where it's going, it may be there because they're going to take down Space Mountain for a long time.
It is. Oh, go ahead.
Well, they're going to have to do a Disneyland scale track replacement like in the next 10 years. So get Tron up and running, and then close down Space Mountain and gut it and build a new attraction.
But that doesn't have. I mean, that doesn't necessarily have to do with the location that it's at. Like they could put that anywhere. Like they could put it in Fantasyland, and it would still have the same kind of effect. Because there's nothing. Space Mountain is sort of by itself back there. There's no revenue generator back there that Disney would want that ride to be open. As long as they have an e-ticket somewhere, a new e-ticket to fill in the crowds and to sort of, bring people to Magic Kingdom, because they don't want a repeat of what happened with Space Mountain in 2003, then that'll be fine. So the location of the ride, it doesn't have anything to do with Space Mountain. If there were revenue generators back there, for example, like a Hollywood and Dine kind of restaurant, that was next to Superstar Limo, like a big restaurant or a major shop. I mean, they don't care about Starcade. If there was like a major shop back there or like a Hyperion Theater or something like that, then they would put a e-ticket back there because they don't want to lose the revenue. But the fact that there's no revenue generator back there, the location doesn't really matter.
Can we hold on real second? Why the fuck are they keeping the power and light building? Why can't they just like?
That's where Starcade is, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's garbage, and no one is like there, so they should just tear it down or do something new with it. It's just a terrible eyesore that blocks your new e-ticket attraction.
Well, do we know though that it's going to stay the power and light building, or is it just going to be like they'll keep the same building but change the theme?
Well, the problem is like you still are blocking your whole entire new attraction with this giant area. So I don't know. My thought is you should get rid of it, but I don't know.
Or at least, I mean, I would just say retheme it. I mean, they should really theme that whole area to Tron. But I mean, I get that that's where they have room for this thing, but I think there are many better attractions they could have put. Because now you have, like, let's pretend that Seven Dwarfs Mine is a legitimate e-ticket, and not just an e-ticket because it loads slowly and has long lines because it's the only ride in that area.
Yeah.
If we were to assume that Seven Dwarfs Mine is a legitimate e-ticket, then now with this Tron coaster, that means that 4 of the 5 e-tickets at the park are bunched together. They're in like 2 little bunches, which Theme Park Designer 101 says that's not a good idea. And anyone who knows anything about crowd flow or industrial engineering will tell you that that's not a good idea. So first of all, could they not do another Fantasyland edition, like another mountain or a big? Do a big Frozen something. Like that's where Frozen belongs anyway. Like not in a Norway pavilion. It belongs in Fantasyland. I would not have been against a Frozen Miniland in Fantasyland because that makes sense.
Yeah.
But like do another water ride. Do I don't know, whatever, Villains Mountain, or some sort of big Fantasyland sort of e-ticket thing. Make it with princesses, make it with villains, whatever. But I mean, that the only reason why they did this one was because they already have it in the cupboard from Shanghai. So I mean, it just speaks to sort of their let's not beat around the bush, laziness.
Yeah.
That they're just copying ideas without really doing what's optimal for the parks. And another thing, like as cool as that Tron coaster is in Shanghai, first of all, it is just a roller coaster. I mean, can we be a little more creative here? Second, I really don't. I hate the look of that ride with the outdoor but not really outdoor section. Like it looks like something from like Ocean Park Hong Kong. Like that outdoor section, it just looks so cheap and tacky. And they think that like multicolor LEDs on the roof somehow like makes it look good or makes it look futuristic. No, Tron by itself is cool. Like all you have to do is light that building up like Tron, and it's cool. But instead they put this awful canopy on there, and with these multicolored lights that look nothing like Tron. And then they have this outdoor section of the roller coaster, which is totally unnecessary. Like, if you put the words Tron roller coaster on the front of the ride, people will know what it is. You don't need an outdoor section for people to get giddy that there's a roller coaster in this building.
Well,
Go ahead.
I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, So one of the reasons why they did the outdoor segment in China is because they needed to highlight, hey, this is a roller coaster. But like actually having a segment where it's like, hey, like that's why they did it in China. But like doing it in America
because
is different.
The Chinese aren't used to Disneylands, so they like you need to tell them like, hey, this is actually a roller coaster.
Yeah, so you need to broadcast that a little bit like broader than what you would at the Magic Kingdom. So here you could just like have a giant futuristic building and say Tron roller coaster, and people go, oh yeah, that thing. They would go, what's a Tron? I don't know. It says roller coaster. I know what a roller coaster is. Let's do it.
Right. I mean, like, but how cool would it be if they had just like a Tron, just like a monolith building, just right there, like lit up, like you see in the Tron movies, and it's just like pulsating, and there's like this hum coming from it, you know, like that Tron sort of hum, you know, kind of thing, with like the undertone, like the music and all that.
Daft Punk.
And it just says Tron light cycles on the front. And you can have like right above the sign, you can have like an LED sort of animation sort of graphic of like light cycles like tumbling, like just speeding toward each other and then just disappearing as soon as they hit. Like how cool would that be? Like everyone would like completely lose their shit. Yeah. But no, instead we just have a regular roller coaster section with an awful canopy and multicolored LEDs because you know, the future. Mm-hmm. Also, like, it just, I mean, do they expect this to jive at all with the 1930s Buck Rogers theming of Tomorrowland currently?
Well, I think one of the reasons... reportedly...
Even Buzz Lightyear and Monsters and Stitch at least tried to put some sort of Tomorrowland theming in there, which this does not look like it's making that effort.
Well, there's a reason why I think they're only showing a small portion of Tomorrowland in that concept art is I'm hearing they're going for a complete Tomorrowland redo during that time. So.
God, I hope so. As long as they don't touch People Mover and Carousel Progress, they can do whatever they want with that thing. Because that, I mean, it's jumped the shark.
Well, let's go to the next announcement, and then we'll cover the Magic Kingdom in a second. So scroll down a little bit.
Okay.
And we'll hit the last announcement for the Magic Kingdom.
Okay. Okay. Elsewhere, there's a new theater. Yep. On Main Street USA. That does not look like Main Street USA.
It's going to be the one of the spur streets that they did for crowd control. They're putting a theater on it.
Oh, that's one of those side streets? Oh, yeah, it must be one of the side streets because it looks like a parking lot.
Yep.
Because God forbid Disney actually does something like put in an arcade like in Disneyland Paris, which is actually cool. No, we'll actually just repave a parking lot and put fences there. But there'll be green fences, so theming.
No, Jeff, they'll pave Paradise and put up a parking lot. We all know how that is.
You know what they should have done, and this would have been so cool.
Yeah.
In Exposition Hall, they should have had, as you know, in Florida, behind Main Street, in between Main Street and Tomorrowland, there's just this gigantic parking lot. It's the executive parking lot, which they can easily put underground. That's not a problem. The executives can still have their parking spaces. But so they have plenty of room back there. So in Exposition Hall, they should have relocated One Man's Dream there. They should put a Disney gallery there. They should turn Tony's Town Square restaurant to Walt's restaurant from Disneyland Paris. And then in the back, where I forget if it was the Walt Disney Story or whatever movie used to play there back in, you know, the 80s or the 90s or whatever, where, you know, the location where Mr. Lincoln is at Disneyland in the Opera House. In the back, they should have put a new version of Mickey Mouse Revue. Huh. That would have been fantastic.
Okay.
That would have been like perfect for the Exposition Hall area to have those four things. Like that would be so, like the nostalgia geeks would just completely lose their shit, and the kids would like it too because Mickey Mouse Revue is there. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I digress. I haven't even read what this theater is yet. It's just a theater.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't scroll down too far.
Okay, yeah. So it's just like Hyperion Theater or whatever, I assume.
Yeah. There's no what's going into it yet. We don't know. It'll be open. Who knows when? They haven't announced that.
Disney has to be careful with putting stuff on Main Street Because, I mean, it's the same thing with Mr. Lincoln. There's a reason why Mr. Lincoln is so sparsely attended. Even like the Tiki Room is more attended than Mr. Lincoln. And it's not because the Tiki Room is necessarily a better show. It's because of Mr. Lincoln's location. Everyone says that. Oh, well, it's right next to the entrance and everyone passes it and blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, the park psychologically doesn't really start until you get to the hub. That's when you choose like what rides you're going to do. Once you know what rides you're going to do, you're not really going back to Main Street until you're going to leave and, you're going shopping. So they have to be careful with putting stuff on Main Street because it might not be as populated as they want it to be, because there's that barrier in between really Main Street and the hub. Psychologically, things like Mr. Lincoln or Main Street Cinema or something like that, people are going to pass it in the morning. If they come in at 9 o'clock in the morning, they ain't going to go to this theater. They ain't going to go to Main Street Cinema. They're going to go to Space Mountain. And they're not going to come back to Main Street until they're going to leave. And if they're going to leave, then they're going to leave. Like, they're not going to say, oh, well, we intended to leave now, but, oh, there's a Mickey Mouse show at 2:15, so we might as well stay for that. I mean, that's not something you can count on. Yeah. So anyway, words of advice for the nobody who's listening from Disney right now. Okay, so we're going to Epcot next.
Yep.
Anything to say about Epcot before I scroll down?
Well, let's talk about Magic Kingdom real quick.
Okay.
I'm hearing Carousel Progress may get upgrades. Not announced yet, but it's one of those things where it's like, hey, we just need to get that extra $1.5 million funding, good to go. So I don't know.
As long as they don't change the dialogue in the show. I mean, that show definitely needs some TLC, but as long as they leave it as is, then I'm fine with whatever they do with that.
My understanding is the last scene will be updated.
Okay, that's good. As long as they keep the same sort of style with the whole family in the same room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go to let's go to Epcot.
Okay. Well, before I do, I mean, I heard awful things, which I assume came true. I mean, let's be realistic. It's Disney in 2017, so if I hear awful things, they usually happen. Mm-hmm. So I heard that there's like this new sort of Project Gemini sort of thing that they're thinking up, where half of Future World and half of World Showcase are going to get all this new stuff, and they're going to pay $2 billion by 2021. I know that's not going to happen, but I heard that Epcot has left the library is no longer valid.
Donna because Noble has left the library.
Epcot has left the library. Epcot has been saved. The whole point of that was for nobody to tell Disney that Epcot was still there, because it was plainly evident that they have completely forgotten about Epcot. Because had they actually wanted to spend any money, we would have known, because they would have put in Marvel and Star Wars and animated movies into Epcot, which is what I'm assuming is going to happen.
Well, hold your butts.
Shall we scroll down?
Well, the first thing is, did you see tomorrow they're going to announce the 13th Doctor?
The 13th Doctor. Okay. Do we know of any front runners or anyone who like?
No. That's what's super cool is like it's all like the BBC Digital Studio knows, and it's like this 10 people know right now, and they're all super quiet, and they're gonna debut it after Wimbledon men's final.
That's random. Who is there anyone who you would want to see as Doctor Who?
Do you know what? The only thing I want is a different kind of doctor. I don't want another white paisley.
But that's all of them.
Well, I mean, get a white paisley woman. Get a not white paisley dude. I mean, whatever.
Okay. Well, I mean, I wouldn't go with the woman really, because there's the doctor companion sort of relationship that's sort
Fair.
of part of the shtick.
But also that's a way you could also treat the shtick is by having the doctor's always said we're beyond gender roles. So having a doctor who's interested in a female companion and she's you're a lady and she's I've never been one before. This is different. So that'd be cool. Whatever.
Okay.
I don't know.
I mean, for sure, yeah. But the thing is, though, if you do something like that, and if you change, so with Little Red Riding Hood.
Yeah.
Little Red Riding Hood does not get chased by a ferret. She gets chased by a wolf, right? If you change that, then you really need to do something spectacular. Like, it really needs to completely shift the show into another direction. If you just do it just to make Little Red Riding Hood get chased by a ferret instead of a wolf, then it's going to change it for the bad, right? So you just need to make sure that you're not doing it just to change it.
Well,
that you're doing it to actually point the show in a different direction. You have to own it, and you have to really take it somewhere spectacular. Like, don't do it just to do it, because everyone will know you're doing it just to do it, and that's when people turn off, and that's when you have, the new Ghostbusters movie, who nobody wants to see that repeated again.
This is a great example for two reasons. First of all, the first being like, hey, like for Doctor Who, they have a whole new writer, like a series head, like Moffat's gone. They're thinking about changing up how they do the writing team. They're thinking about doing a writer studio, not individual writers. Like everything, like they're all game for changing it up now. Second being, I think this is a great segue into Epcot.
I have a feeling that's where we're going with this.
Which is basically no
the same idea.
Yeah, don't change things to change things. You've got to own it, as you say. So,
yeah, I have a feeling I know what's coming. Shall we scroll down?
Yes.
Okay. And okay, I knew the thing about Ratatouille. I had heard that. Yeah, was not impressed. So I liked Mystic Manor despite my bias against it.
Yeah.
I liked the Pirates of the Caribbean at Shanghai, even though it was totally nonsensical and completely confusing. But the sort of magnetic boat conveyance system was really badass.
Yeah.
It had some really badass animatronics and effects in that. So I think like with a better story, they could really do something with that sort of ride. But what else was there in Shanghai? Anyway, we're digressing. Ratatouille. Oh yeah. So the point of that was not impressed with Ratatouille at Disneyland Paris, because it's literally just screen after screen after screen after screen, and I'm just looking at it thinking to myself, like, why is this trackless? They have one room when you're in the pantry when the trackless cars dance around cans of mayonnaise, and that's literally all that the trackless cars do. It's like you don't even need that,
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Oh wait, no. Oh no. Wait, where is it going? I can't tell with the concept art where it's going. So it's not replacing the movie, is it?
No, it's not. It's going to be on the right-hand side of France is the entrance, and
right-hand side near International Gateway.
Yes, and the entrance to so that's where the entrance is. The actual attraction is going to be on the left-hand side of the pavilion, so it's going to wrap around the back.
So you're going to go around like the Eiffel Tower in the back.
Yeah, and so the entrance to the ride is on International Gateway side. The actual attraction will be next to Morocco.
Okay. So yeah, I knew that was coming. I'm indifferent on that. I mean, it's one of those things like the tidal wave's coming, so let's just hope that all our houses aren't destroyed.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not 100% against that. I'm just, I'm not impressed with the ride. But I mean, hey, something's going into World Showcase, even though it is an animated attraction.
So,
but then again, they already have two animated attractions at World Showcase. So, what are you gonna do?
So the next announcement for Epcot is actually super cool.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's take a look. China, new film.
But
okay,
it's going to be a brand new film for China. It's going to be a Circle Vision film. And they're getting rid of all the borders, so it's going to be completely seamless Circle Vision.
Oh, thank God. It's about time.
So how cool is that?
Good. Well,
right?
That's cool. Yeah. Oh, that is good. Like, that's actually something
that's super cool.
I am for. Yeah, wow, that actually gets a thumbs up from me.
Yeah, that's super cool. Like, brand new China film, like, seamless circle. Like, imagine walking in that Circle Vision theater, and then everything lights up just above you, and it's this giant, like, circle of images, and just all of China. How cool would that be?
Yeah, no, I mean, that's something they should have done 10 years ago, but thank God they're actually bringing it. I think the only The only way it would have been better if they would have said, or they would have been able to win back a lot of Disney fans had they said that there's a new China movie, we're calling it The Timekeeper.
Yeah. So, Jeff, you can scroll down after that now.
Oh, yeah. There's the, yeah. Oh, God. Well, hey, at least it's not a tower at Epcot, which is what people were saying, that they were going to put the tower in there.
So, Fitzgerald was, like, jerking off some dicks here, saying, like, we're going to still be...
Tom Fitzgerald is still employed.
Yes. So he's...
Tom Tile murals are exciting Fitzgerald.
Yes. So he was jerking off some dicks and saying, like, this is totally going to be, like, an honest thing about Epcot, blah, 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 whatever. And basically, so what they decided was, hey, young Star-Lord Peter Quill visited Epcot once, so Guardians of the Galaxy fits in Epcot now. And that's their...
what the hell?
Yeah, scroll down a little bit.
Asshole.
Yes, scroll down a little bit so you can see that real quick. That image.
Asshole. Oh, God.
Yeah, so, that's their explanation for that. So clearly, Jeff, I want to say congratulations. We're both getting we're getting, like, attractions at Epcot now. Because we went there when we were young.
Yeah, right? Oh, God. Oh. That's pathetic. Like, what an asshole. Like, this is the same thing this is Tom Tile murals are exciting Fitzgerald all over again, when he was describing how artistic the entrance plaza to Disney's California Adventure was in 2001. No, it's not. You built it on the cheap, you asshole. This is the same thing. Like,
well, and it's the same thing.
This has anything to do with Apple. This is literally worse. This is literally worse because they're not acknowledging the thoughts and opinions of the Disney fan community. Like, they're just trying to tell you, no, you need to believe that, like, they have to control the narrative. They have to tell you that not only is this going into Epcot, that's bad enough, but it's actually makes sense in the Epcot narrative? No. Like, everyone knows that's wrong. Like, just say it's coming to Epcot because you want Guardians of the Galaxy there, and leave it at that. Just don't even mention the theming. Just say, like, well, we have Some of All Thrills at Epcot, and that's kind of a roller coaster. We have Nemo at Epcot, that's kind of a cartoon. So we're going to put them both together, and here's Guardians of the Galaxy, shut up. Like, that would have been better than them actually pretending like this was thematically appropriate to Epcot. Yep. This is a superhero ride.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
No. Yeah, no.
Yep.
Well, it's good to see that, there was someone at Imagineering that kept Project Gemini alive and well. Because here's the Rainforest roller coaster.
Yep, pretty much.
Does it say what kind of roller coaster it's going to be?
We have
any description.
We have no information on the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, except it'll take a long time, even though it's going to shut down August 13th.
No, again, Disney, stupid Disney.
Yep.
Disney don't want money. It's amazing, like, they're so greedy for money, but the most obvious money jobs just completely elude them.
Yep.
Like, imagine how many cool hotels they could have built by now. Like, just think of all of the Disney franchises, all the Disney themes, all of the past theme park attractions that could have been turned into cool hotels.
Yep.
That they just completely ignore. Instead, they do Pop Century. Like, that's the best they have. Mm-hmm. Or Art of Animation. Like, oh, no, it's going to be All-Stars, except with Nemo. That's the best we have.
Mm-hmm.
That's pathetic. Oh, that makes me sad. Okay, let's, before we go into a depression here, let's scroll down. Mission Space. Films redone, okay. Two different films for orange and two different films for green.
No, there are two different films, one for orange and one for green.
No. Well, it says the films have been reanimated and now feature two different... Oh, okay. So they're changing green, yeah?
Yeah.
The green film is designed to appeal more towards families. I thought the green was for families in the first place.
Yeah, but now they're changing the film also to be more family friendly, I guess.
I don't get that. Like, the fact that it doesn't spin was the reason why it was family friendly. Like, I'm sorry. How do you make a simple trip to Mars more family friendly?
Not sure.
It doesn't spin. It doesn't do anything. It's not intense anymore.
Anyway, you should scroll down because
I'm confused.
I'm way more interested in your take on the next announcement myself.
Okay, there will also be new table service. Oh, this is the restaurant from the original.
Yes.
Well, it's not the exact restaurant, but it's the same. Oh, that makes me happy.
Yeah.
Amazing. Don't use the word amazing for everything. God. But no, that looks, no, thumbs up. Although, I mean, it's going to look like a standard Disney, Disney really has become sort of the United Airlines or AT&T of the theme park world, where it's just like everything is just rubber stamped. Like everything looks like Trader Sam's, Club 33, what have you. Like, look at that bar to the left there.
Yeah.
Or the the tables, just like I can just see the glow cubes and the bar menu that's in literally every Disney restaurant.
Here's your Moscow
That's
Mule.
the only.
Yeah, here's your Moscow Mule, but guess what?
Yeah.
It has gin in it. It's like, what? No, it's vodka. Yeah, so yeah, I get it.
Wait a minute. It says it's Moscow. Moscow is in the title. It's vodka. But yeah, no. The original concept. That's from the original Space Pavilion. Is the restaurant?
Yes, it is.
So that's a big up. Yeah, hopefully they do something. See, this again is Project Gemini, because they had the restaurant originally in Project Gemini.
Yeah,
someone just unearthed the Project Gemini plans.
So one of the things you didn't see in this is they actually have a overview of what they want to do for a redevelopment Future World, and it looks like Project Gemini. They have like a concept art. Let me see if I can.
You mean with all the?
Yeah, it's not in...
all the greenery, all that stuff.
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to send it to you right now on text. Give me a second. I am looking for it. I am still looking for it. I am still looking for it. I am still looking for it. That's not good enough for me. I'm still looking for it. I'm copying it and I'm sending it to you right now via text. Sound good? Now look at
3, 2.
Look at that. It should be sent right about. I see the bar going across my now.
There it is. Okay, let's maximize that sucker. And
also ignore the.
I'm actually having a.
Yeah, ignore the two dudes in the bottom left.
So it's from. So we're looking south to north.
Yes. So on your right.
Oh, are they completely taking interventions out?
Yes.
Oh, they're not going to replace it with anything?
Nope.
So what is that thing on the left?
No idea.
That circle building. Well, there's a lot of well, it's either umbrellas or tables or like lily pads. So that might be a restaurant.
No idea.
Or that thing to the right might be a restaurant.
No clue right now.
God, I don't know what that thing in the middle is. What is that thing in the middle? It looks like it's just like it's like vomiting nanobots.
I just don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
Just
well,
also
anyway.
Also we should note they've gotten rid of the Fountain of Nation.
Oh, that's lame.
So maybe they're putting like a fountain show in in the lagoon there, and that's there.
Yeah, that thing underneath the monorail.
Yeah.
Why would you take out Fountain Nations? I mean, that's not even like that's nice. It's like that's not even part of Innoventions. That's just like a nice thing to have.
I think the problem with the Fountain of Nations is for a while.
Oh, so it's the Polynesian lobby solution.
Yeah,
which
much.
We all know and love.
Yeah.
Oh, something's kind of leaking. Just take it down. No one will care. And if they did, we wouldn't notice.
Yeah.
So I mean, thumbs up with all the greenery and stuff, but taking Innoventions out completely, like you're taking out like stuff to do.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just replacing. I mean, but before I scroll down, is there any other Future World announcements?
Not really, no.
Okay. Well, that means then, I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy replaces an existing attraction, so they're not adding to net attractions.
Yep.
So by taking Innoventions out, they're subtracting.
Yep.
Okay. Then let's not complain that Epcot's busy anymore, kids, because we're going to be taking out like 6 acres worth of attractions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Look at how long our lines are, Joe. This means we're busier, right?
Right, exactly.
Or it means that you're taking away capacity, geniuses. So yeah, or that means that you're taking away capacity, taking away trains, taking away minimum staffing. Those things could be contributing to longer lines. But what do I know? I just worked in operations for like 5 years. New space restaurant will be not be operated by Disney.
Yeah,
I guess that could be a good thing.
but it's operated by the people. But they do Morimoto and Via Napoli.
Okay. So the dishes are going to be like $50 a pop.
But they'll at least be good.
Yeah, but it'll also be $50 a pop.
Okay, yeah.
So that's actually curious. Like what kind of cuisine they'll have at the space restaurant? It's like they're going to sell the potatoes from The Martian.
Well, good thing is I sent this to my dad, and he said, "What will be the cuisine? Tang, Mars bars, freeze-dried lamb, alien stew."
Yes, Tang. And freeze-dried ice cream.
Yeah.
That's so good. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, shall we continue?
Yes, let's continue.
General Walt Disney World Resort. Oh, more stuff outside the parks. They actually care about things that aren't park related. Interesting.
And guess what it is?
Several announcements. Star Wars Hotel.
Yeah.
Oh, see, Disney, this is the thing. Yeah, this is the thing you should have been doing the last 20 years. Star Wars Hotel. That's interesting.
Yep.
I mean, I don't expect this to actually do anything interesting with it. I mean, Disney fans will pretend it's interesting, but Disney really doesn't, actually have that much of an imagination nowadays. So it's going to look like a, Star Wars themed lobby to the cruise, the Disney cruise. And apparently, what is that second picture with Admiral Akbar?
No idea.
Like, what even is that?
No idea. So
this is what makes me mad. They better have that somewhere at the hotel, and it better do something. Because if they don't, like, that's cheap that they have this in the concept art, and then just, like, they keep doing this. Like, they keep having like these extra, like with Cars, they had like the twisting tracks that, like, the tracks were actually supposed to crisscross each other.
Yeah.
And then they just, we never meant to do that. Like, then why have it in the concept art? Oh, it's to get our hopes up. Got it. It's to make it look more exciting than it actually is. Yeah, that's completely 100% ethical. I like that. So that thing, whatever that Admiral Akbar thing is, that table, that graphic hologram thing.
Before you're
that
done.
That better be something.
Yeah, so before you're done, Len Tessa said that he heard that the Star Wars Hotel will be $650 a night for one person, and then an additional $200 per person per night beyond that, with a minimum 2-night stay.
What?
Yes.
That's awful. That's horrible.
Right?
They really are the United Airlines, the Comcast, the AT&T of the theme park universe.
Yep.
That's what they've become. Is that? But that's awful. Screw that. $200 for a second person.
Yep.
God, that's awful. That's so unethical. That's so. I hate them. According to Bob, blah blah blah. This revolutionary new vacation. Okay, what's revolutionary about it? Don't say that unless it's actually revolutionary.
It's revolutionary.
It's going to be a hotel.
It's revolutionary because you can't go in your hotel room and watch the NBC at night. Look at that hotel room. Tell me you're going to be like watching television at night.
Oh, that's a hotel room?
Yeah.
And apparently you sleep in sleeping bags?
I guess so.
Sleeping bags.
$600
for $800 a night.
Yeah. Oh no.
Sleeping bags.
$650 a night. Since there's 3 other people in that room, it's at least 12.
Well, yeah.
It's $12.50 a night.
$10.50.
Yeah, it's $12.50.
$12.50 a night for sleeping bags.
Minimum 2-night stay. So that man is paying $2,500 for a 2-night stay with his family in that hotel room.
For sleeping bags. And to sleep in a friggin', it looks like a ante-room off the Millennium Falcon or something like that. Like, that's not even the most interesting part of Star Wars. Like, they could have put this room anywhere Like, why not have planet themed buildings where like one you're in Endor and one you're in wherever, Naboo or something like that,
Yep.
instead of, sleeping on a spaceship? Like, literally the only cool part about that room is the window into space. I mean, everything else, what is interesting about the rest of it? Like, why would you want to sleep in a military ship in space? Anyway, okay. Yeah, coming soon, Disney's The John Glenn Experience Hotel, where you can sleep in a recreation of John Glenn's one-man capsule, $650 a night. Don't you love it? It's themed. It's unlike anything that exists today. Why? Because of the window? You'll become part of the Star Wars story. Well, they say that with the other hotels. You'll immediately become a citizen and they go, okay, blah, 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 nobody cares. Including dressing up in proper attire. Oh, that'll go over well.
Right.
But they're not dressed in proper attire in the picture. In fact, nobody's dressed in proper attire in the picture.
Yep.
The employees are. So I don't know where that comes from. So when it says including dressing up in the proper attire, I'm going to assume, and that sort of implies that they give you free clothes. Now, I know that's not going to be the case because this is Disney, and God forbid they give you free anything. But again, this marketing copy seems to imply that they will be giving you free clothes. I just want to mention that so that in 15 years when this hotel actually opens and they upcharge you for the clothes, that we know that Disney sucks.
Yep.
Once you leave Earth, you will discover Starship alive with characters, stories, and adventures that unfold all around you. So are they not going to let non-hotel guests into this hotel?
I guess not.
That's what it seems like. It's going to be Bay Lake Tower again. Welcome home. Not really. Get the hell out.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. 100% immersive. Okay, yeah, because we haven't been doing that yet. 100% immersive. You know what? I mean, Disney Cruise actually has cast members who know what you like and actually care. And I'm pretty sure that this one will not. It's just going to be the same Disney hotel style of service.
Mm-hmm.
4-star.
Yep.
I really want to go on a Disney cruise one day because every person people I actually believe and actually trust, like everyone else, like service is just amazing. Like they legitimately care about everything you're doing. Like they know what meals you're getting. Like if you don't like your meal, they will immediately take it back and give you something else. Like they know, like, you really like your deli chocolate squares at some restaurant, like they'll give you deli chocolate squares. Like that's real service. Like that's 5-star service right there.
Yeah.
So, and that's really the reason why I want to go on a Disney cruise because, I mean, nothing else about it except for the restaurant seems that special. But the fact that the service is so good, like that makes me want to go on the cruise. The story will touch every single minute of your day. Yeah, okay. Blah, blah, blah. The Disney Riviera Resort. Oh, God, how generic.
Yeah.
Well, at least it's not as generic as that new Disneyland hotel that they announced, I guess.
Pretty generic still.
Yes. Oh, really generic. And isn't Bob so proud to announce that one?
Yeah.
There are also new transportation. Wait, what? What? Wait a minute. What? What the hell is this? What? Wait, what? 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 I feel like David Tennant. What? Scott? What? Wait. Only for Art of Animation, Pop Century, and Caribbean Beach.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
With international what? Disney character motif. Oh yeah, because the Skyway can really that has a lot of room for Disney character motifs. Yeah, there's a the light bulb is shaped like Mickey ears. Like to them, it's Disney character motif.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell? What the hell is this? Seriously, like what? This it's a Skyway?
Yeah.
Oh God! Like this is just awful. Like, are they so cheap? Are they so cheap that this is the best they got? Like they think like of all the transportation problems we have, of the overworked, overburdened bus system, which has been overburdened for 15 years, this is the solution.
So my big problem...
It's kind of a sky ride.
Yeah, so my big problem is the fact that it's those cabins are not air conditioned, and they like only seat like 4 people at a time.
So is it enclosed?
Yeah.
Is that a window? So it's enclosed but not air conditioned. You're literally going to roast.
Yeah.
In the night.
Yep.
Sun.
Yep.
Oh my god. Like who thought this was a good idea?
No one.
Oh god. Why would they do this? Like literally. Oh god. I don't get it. Like I really I mean, again, of literally like 15, 20 better ideas for the transportation than this. Mm-hmm. And just 3 hotels. Just 3 hotels. Are they going to expect this to replace the bus system?
I think it's supplementing.
Because I assume they're going to. And guess what? The people who are afraid of heights are not going to like that.
Not at all. So you want to go check out the next one real quick?
That's terrible. That's actually adorable. Similar to Lyft or Uber. Oh god, that's going to be.
Yeah, reportedly. Reportedly it's going to like charge like $25 per ride.
Oh yeah, god, those assholes. Well, I guess this is their way to kick Uber off their property.
Give or take, yes. Give or take, yes.
Yeah, they just can't let other people. They just can't let other companies take their business, can they?
Nope.
They just have to kick them out.
Yep.
Other companies aren't allowed to do anything at Disney. And then Disney pretends like they play good with other companies. Yeah. Oh, stuff about Disneyland. Over on the West Coast, they have a few tricks up their sleeve. Starting with Pixar. Well, we saw this coming. Pixar here. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Even,
ugh. See, but the Pixar themed redo to Paradise Pier from circa 2010, that I would have been okay with. But this, no. Like, why would you're just saying the whole Pixar thing by putting it in this carnival?
Yeah.
Why do they think that this is like perpetuating a good image for the Pixar brand? If they keep putting Pixar characters in figures, like why do they do that? Feature.
Hey Jeff, can you do a real quick favor?
Neighborhoods.
Can you click onto the Skype application for you real quick? Because on my end it's been kind of really hiccupy. So just if you can at least click on it, sound pretty good for a little bit. Good.
I've been hearing you okay.
Okay.
How are you doing?
It's my end that's been kind of clicky where it's like so. Okay, cool. Just want to make sure you're good.
Okay. Let me know if it's still going on, and then let me see if I have to do something.
You sound pretty good right now, so let's continue talking. Sound good?
Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Pixar Pier. You'll discover whimsical neighborhoods. Whimsical neighborhoods? What does that mean? Like Toontown neighborhoods?
No idea.
Like that doesn't. It's a pier. Like that's what the neighborhood is. It's a pier.
Yeah.
So how neighborhoods? You mean buildings? like it's gonna be buildings. Like it's not gonna be neighborhoods. It's gonna be built. It's gonna be like a facade in front of Toy Story Mania, and that's going to be the Toy Story hood. That's lame. Don't try and upsell us on that crap. Building upon the evolution of Disney. Oh, give me a break. Building upon the evolution of Disney's California Adventure Park that began in 2007. Yeah, so this is the stuff they should have completed in 2010, they're saying.
Yeah.
But they were too cheap to do it in 2000. So now they're no. Okay. But oh no, it wasn't supposed to be this bad. Neighborhoods. Hopefully they won't do too much. I mean, I don't really enjoy Paradise Pier to begin with, so I mean, whatever. But still, I feel bad for Pixar on that one.
Mm-hmm.
And oh yeah, they have Pixar, that sort of Pixar ball themed Cosmic Waves.
Yeah.
Which we all know and love.
Right?
Oh yeah, it's cheap. They steal ideas from Paul Pressler. Let's see. Limited time. Will open during a limited. Oh, wait, hold on. This permanent edition will open during a new limited time celebration. Okay, so Pixar Fest is the celebration. And then Pixar Pier stays open.
Yeah, scroll down for concept art for the fireworks.
Pixar Fest. Okay, let's say. Yeah. Yeesh.
Yeah, that's a reaction.
What? Who thought this concept art was attractive? Who th-
Bob Chapek.
Apparently. Wow, there was like 50 things they could have done better for that concept art to get me excited about. Why is turning the castle into just another projection of little green men supposed to make me excited?
No idea.
That's whoever's doing this concept art, they have to get on the ball, man. At Disneyland Park, this incredible celebration will feature brand new fireworks. I thought, didn't they just have a brand new fireworks? Oh no, that was a couple years ago. Well, no, that was
like a year or two
2014?
ago. Yeah, it wasn't that far ago.
With the Nemo on the castle, and then the Steps in Time, and Lion King and whatnot. Yeah, that was like 2014, wasn't it?
Yeah.
2015.
Yeah.
Oh, but they're doing okay. Well, whatever. Popular Paint the Night will return to California. Oh, did Paint the Night go away?
Temporarily, yes.
Okay. Oh, because they brought the electric, right?
Yeah, they brought Main Street Electrical Parade back, so now they're gonna do Paint the Night, but they're gonna move Paint the Night to California Adventure.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean that's fine. They needed a everyone's the original parade, Eureka, a California parade. Needed one at night. Okay, night arrives. New float will be added. This stunning parade. Oh God. Yeah, everything is just stunning and everything. Look at that chair. Isn't that chair stunning and amazing and magical?
It's what Walt
also in California
wanted.
Adventure.
It's what Walt would want.
Yes, it fits with the theme of Epcot.
Yeah.
Cars Land will. New Halloween. Halloween. Okay, but what are they actually?
You know what?
What is that? Like
I don't know. I like it. I just like it.
I mean, I like
Halloween. Come on.
like it.
I mean, that's a great.
I mean,
fuck.
No, I like it. I like it. I mean, I like the decorations, but I'm just wondering, is it just going to be decorations? Like, are they going to do anything with the attractions or anything, or are they just?
I don't know if we have
any
any
info.
info.
Are they just redecorating a part of the park and advertising it, pretended like people will actually care?
Not sure yet. Man, Halloween. That's a really good name.
Yes. No, I love the name. One of the last things Disney mentioned, because we haven't been hit over the head enough. Addition of more Marvel characters to Disneyland Resort. Okay, yeah, fine. Guardians will be joined by. Okay. Completely immersive superhero universe. Okay, is that actually going to mean anything, or is it just going to be a bunch of characters? These new stories break on the success. Oh, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Mission Breakout's been open for like a month. Don't call it already popular.
Well, I mean,
Superstar Limo had 30-minute lines the first 2 months it was open. So let's not call it already popular.
Yeah.
You know what was already popular was Tower of Terror, but that didn't really do them any good. Now did it?
Nope.
Okay, so here's my question. Should I be going down to non-domestic Disney parks?
Yes.
Is that interesting? Okay.
Yeah.
So before I go down to non-domestic Disney parks, here's my big question: is Universal going to sue them?
Mm-hmm. I don't know yet.
Because this is blatant infringement on their contract, is it not?
I think it is. I believe it is, but I think they kind of want to go that way. I think they want to poke the bear enough.
Oh man, if I were Universal, I'd look at what the statute of limitations is on filing, and just wait till the last possible moment for like Disney will have the Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster at Epcot 95% complete, and then Universal files the suit. Oh, yeah. That would be hilarious.
Oh yeah,
that would be awesome.
Yeah,
but this will show us whether or not Comcast is actually serious about the Universal parks. Because if they back down from this, then we know that they just consider the parks a market share grab. Yeah. And they're only adding what attractions they can just to get additional revenue, that they're not actually concerned about taking on Disney like we thought.
Yeah.
Because if they actually want to compete with Disney, they need to destroy this. Mm-hmm. They need to blow this up.
Yep.
Like they need shots fired.
Yep.
So yeah, it'll be interesting. But now we'll actually see whether or not Comcast is legitimately serious about the theme parks, or if they're just spending money just for market share grab. We will see. That's going to be an interesting storyline. Okay, non-domestic Disney parks. There was one more announcement. Disneyland Paris Hotel. Oh God. Ooh. Ew. The Art of Marvel Hotel.
Yeah.
It's not even a Marvel hotel. It's the Art of Marvel Hotel.
Yep.
It's a New York hotel with Marvel art on the walls.
Yep.
Ew.
Yep.
God, they're dumb. Oh, that's just terrible. That's just, why even spend the money? Like really, like why even? It's not even a Marvel hotel. It has Marvel artwork on the walls.
Mm-hmm.
They just assume people are stupid. They just assume people. And you know what's sad is that some people will lap it up.
Yep.
Some people will think this is a Marvel hotel, and anyone who says otherwise is just biased or is just hateful. Stop hating.
Yep.
No, you're a moron. It's not a Marvel hotel. A Marvel hotel would actually be, the Four Freedoms Plaza. Like, if I were to build a Marvel hotel, probably the first Marvel hotel I would build is Four Freedoms Plaza. Because Four Freedoms Plaza is freaking awesome. Or the Avengers Mansion. Can you imagine an Avengers Mansion themed hotel?
It'd be great.
That would be immersive. That would be quote unquote revolutionary. Because can you imagine like having Jarvis? And that would be so badass. Like I would lose. No, Disney would not do that. Okay, we're going to create a hotel at Disneyland Paris that will make Tony. Oh God, shut up, Bob. A hotel at Disneyland Paris that would make Tony Stark proud. Yeah. Here's my 1963 Jack Kirby on the wall. Tony Stark will love this.
So it should be also noted that right now I'm currently I'm watching ESPN, and I'm watching the 30 for 30, the two Escobars, investigating the relationship between crime and sport in Colombia. I don't know.
I remember that.
I don't know. It seems thematically appropriate for this. I'm just seeing them crushing up cocaine and snorting it up. And then you're talking about, these hotels. So, I don't know. Just saying.
Yeah, okay. So, God, he's such a marketing... And this is coming from someone who's going to have an Ivy League marketing MBA by this time next year.
Yeah.
That Bob is just a marketing asshole.
Yeah.
Like, he's everything we hate about marketing. I'm thrilled to announce that Disney's Hotel New York, the Art of Marvel, will transport our guests to the action-packed, inspiring world of superheroes, including Iron Man, the Avengers, and Spider-Man, among others. No, putting pictures on the wall does not transport you somewhere, you incredible moron. God, he just thinks people will just lap this up.
Yep.
Like we just can't think for ourselves. You know why? Because too many people just give them money and just without thinking. Oh, Disney did it. It must be good. God, have a brain for some period of your life. Please have a brain, people. This does not transport you anywhere. It's pictures on the wall. And by the way, for every Disney fan who thinks Universal is cheap and who keeps making fun of Marvel Superhero Island because of all the 2D cutouts, that it's not truly immersive, take that, you asshole. This is just as bad. This is Disney doing exactly that. So if you think that Marvel Superhero Island is cheap, you better think this is cheap too.
Yep. I just texted you a great image that I hope you appreciate.
Okay, let me take a look here. What we got?
Mr. Iger.
Okay.
I have another image I'll tweet.
Yeah.
You don't have to read it out loud, but you get the idea.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to. Yeah, no, I won't. Yeah, no, I loved I forget who tweeted it out, but the picture of Bob Iger's Epcot with Spaceship Earth smoldering in the background.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck you. We don't care.
Right? Yeah. Group meet and greet. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, what do they care? Disney fans will pay them anyway.
Yep, they don't care.
Oh, is that Millennium Falcon?
Yeah.
That's the potential of being cool if you actually have something to do with your voyage.
Yep.
But then again, they could, because some people obviously won't want to play, and some people, what do you do if it's a transport? Well, what if you do if it's a transport that seats 8, and there's only 7 in your party. You could turn some councils off. Like if someone doesn't want to play, then you just say, okay, just press the off button or whatever. Or if there's nobody in the seat, it's just automatically off, and then the rest can play along. But it's going to be, Disney and this kind of gaming thing doesn't go too far past the preschool level. So whatever game it's going to be like Mission Space, where it's literally going to be, navigator, press the button that's blinking.
Yep. Push the button when it lights up.
Even though something's immersive, we're going to pretend like you're piloting the Millennium Falcon, but actually you're just pressing the flashing buttons. You're just playing Simon Says.
Yep.
Okay, and that's all she wrote. So overall, this will really start. It's a good thing I don't really go into the Disney fan community anymore, because this is going to start a hellstorm of debates. Not that Disney would care, because Disney doesn't listen to the fan community or care. At least the important people don't. So it's not going to make a difference either way. Mm-hmm. But it's really going to spark a series of debates, a hellstorm of debates on what theming actually means.
Mm-hmm.
Guardians of the Galaxy and Epcot. Tron going into 1930s. These are not thematically appropriate. We have to figure out what theming actually means. Is theming good? It's Adventureland, and Adventureland is jungle. Tarzan's jungle, therefore Tarzan's treehouse. And this goes even past what I mentioned it a couple times in my articles, that when Disney was on Disney characters, where literally everything had to have something to do with Disney characters. This was the time of Under New Space Ranger Spin and Tarzan. So anyway, long story short, so in the late 90s, it was, very character-centric. The idea was Adventureland is jungle, Tarzan is jungle, equals Tarzan's treehouse. And they were replacing literally everything with characters. So under new management, and Winnie the Pooh replaces Mr. Toad, and Buzz Lightyear replaces Dreamflight. 101 Dalmatians Sound Effects Show replaces Monster Sound Show. Doug Live replaces Superstar Television, on and on and on and on. Tarzan's Treehouse, as I mentioned. But this is a little bit different. This is sort of the equivalent of Disney saying, we're turning Adventureland into Tarzanland. And that's different. It's I don't really know how to explain it, but it is different.
Yeah.
It feels different. Because the original intent of Adventureland is now gone. So what this reminds me of, sort of, and again, you could be on either side of this debate, who even knows? We're talking about philosophy now. When you're talking about what theming means, you're talking about philosophy. Like there is no such thing as better theming, give or take. It's only the execution of that theming. What this reminds me of is the difference between Tokyo Disneyland, or just Disneyland, Magic Kingdom in general, and Disney Sea. Because Disney Sea, like Disneyland, is Adventureland, Tomorrowland, Frontierland, Fantasyland. Disney Sea are based on specific places. So you have Port Discovery, you have Lost River Delta, you have American Waterfront or Mediterranean Harbor. Those are specific places. Like Adventureland is like anything, right? It could be Bora Bora, it could be South Seas, it could be Polynesia, it could be the Lost River Delta of India, it could be any of those things. Mm-hmm. But Lost River Delta is a specific place. And same thing with like Port Discovery. Tomorrowland is like anything. How many different iterations of Tomorrowland have we seen? We've had Jules Verne's Tomorrowlands, we've had Buck Rogers' Tomorrowlands, we've had 1964 New York World's Fair modernism Tomorrowland, right? We've had new Tomorrowlands all over the place. We've had Tomorrowland 2055. So you could do like anything with Tomorrowland, because that's the whole thing, is it's Tomorrowland. But like Port Discovery is like a specific place. Tomorrowland is like a state of mind. It's like a dream sort of scape that you can mold into anything. But Port Discovery is like a real place. Mm-hmm. So the equivalent is as if they renamed Frontierland into, say, Tombstone, USA, or say Polynesia.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's sort of the difference. So that's the area we're going into now. like limiting our imaginations into this one place, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because, again, Tokyo Disney Sea rocks. But when you're doing that to pre-existing themes and you're changing it, but it doesn't have anything to do with the existing theme and it isn't accurate to the existing theme, is that a problem? I mean, that's the debate that will have to be answered. How much of a problem is it, if it's a problem? Is it better to have a George of the Jungle Cruise, or is it better to have a Jungle Cruise? Because George of the Jungle Cruise really doesn't fit into Adventureland because it's a cartoon, and Adventureland is based on real, adventurous, exotic places, so it doesn't really fit. Mm-hmm. But is it better to just have the character connection? Is it better to sell more T-shirts? Is it better to have kids go in the park and say, I want to ride the Spider-Man ride, I want to ride the Tron ride, instead of what is Space Mountain, or what is Haunted Mansion, or what is Small World? It's, in my opinion, it's Disney just, again, appealing to the lowest common denominator, which is unfortunate because I don't think they have to do that, especially with all the money that they make. I mean, last year, the Parks and Resorts division worldwide made a $2.2 billion profit. That's not revenues. That's after that they then, went to the corporate machine, and who God only knows if they saw it again. Mm-hmm. But that's how much money they had after they paid everything, after they paid all their expenses. $2.2 billion. That's in 1 year. In 1 year. That's the equivalent of slightly less than $200 million per park per year. Mm-hmm. That's $400 million for Disneyland. That's $800 million for Walt Disney World. They have that money to spend. But instead, they just, again, appeal to the people who they're trying to appeal to Disney stores, the people who go to the mall, instead of, the people who are legitimately looking for something different in a vacation, instead of just, let's go on the Tron ride, let's go on the Spider-Man ride. Disney World was so different because they had a Space Mountain, the Haunted Mansion, that wasn't tied to anything. So you couldn't, Universal couldn't compete with that unless they came up with their own Haunted Mansion or their own version of Space Mountain, whatever. But they would always win. But now, if every attraction from now on is going to be Guardians of the Galaxy, then that means that they've brought themselves towards Universal's level, because that's what Universal does. They do Harry Potter. They just ride the movie because they don't have the incredible genius that the old Disney Imagineers had. So they have to do character-based stuff.
Yep.
But when Disney does the character-based stuff, they're now lowering themselves to Universal's level. They're coming back to the pack, because a Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster is something that Universal can compete with. And in fact, they already do with a Marvel Superhero Island. They can come up with their own Iron Man roller coaster if they wanted to. They already have an Incredible Hulk roller coaster. So this is, and again, you're just money over this, but what does this look like in 20 years or in 30 years? Because it's going to keep happening. It's going to keep going. So what does Disney World look like in 30 years? Is it all going to be Guardians of the Galaxy? Because if so, then what do they have that's different than Universal? They have, right now, legitimately think about it. Like right now, what does Disney World have that's different than Universal? They have Epcot, Spaceship Earth. They have a castle at Magic Kingdom, which is the most iconic castle, in the history of the world. Yep. They have Space Mountain. They have Haunted Mansion. They have Pirates of the Caribbean. But practically everything you can mention is something that's non-character centric. The Polynesian Hotel, the Polynesian Resort, the Grand Floridian Resort, the Contemporary Resort, Wilderness Lodge Resort. Uh-huh. These are things that are not character based. These are things that Disney legitimately does better than Universal. But now, when you turn the Contemporary into the Iron Man Hotel, or if you turn Grand Floridian into the Up Hotel, or if you turn Polynesian into the Moana Hotel, how is that different from the, I'm sure soon-to-be character-based hotels that Universal might be opening? And that tells Universal, the worst thing that probably could happen to Disney is if a character-based hotel opens and it's successful, because then Universal's going to say, oh, we have characters too. We can make character-based hotels. And that's the last thing Disney wants, because now what's the difference between Disney character hotels and Universal character hotels? Now,
well, the difference is Universal will build them quicker.
Exactly, yeah, which is not good for Disney, and probably less expensively.
Yeah,
because of the giant bureaucracy that's going on at Disney right now. Although Universal has a giant bureaucracy too, so let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. But what they're creating is an environment that the only difference between Disney World and Universal in 30 years is going to be magic bands and gondolas.
Yep.
I mean, literally, it's going to be Magic Your Way and magic bands and dining plans. But Universal can do all that stuff too, if they wanted to. They can do a Qbot, whatever, little buddy type system.
Mm-hmm.
They can do a Magic Pass. I mean, they already do. They can do a dining plan. They can do a photo pass. I'm pretty sure they do have a photo pass, right? I believe they do. Yeah, they can do all that stuff. So now we keep going. Now the only thing that Disney World has that Universal doesn't have is a bus system from the airport and space. More parks. Mm-hmm. That's it. That is it. And the castle. And Spaceship Earth. That's going to be it.
Mm-hmm.
Animal Kingdom. Kilimanjaro Safaris. But nothing else in Animal Kingdom is that special. At least compared to what Universal has. I mean, let's be honest. Everest is not that much more special than Incredible Hulk or Dueling Dragons. Because, I mean, there's really no theming in that mountain. There's a room where there's a projection, and there's a Yeti statue.
Bunch of dark stuff, yeah.
Right. So, I mean, we just got to think to ourselves, from a business standpoint, does this work for Disney? Because all I see is Disney's going for short-term gains, short-term profit, lowest common denominator. Mm-hmm. Let's not think too hard. Let's not try to build more Haunted Mansions, because that's too hard. We need something that has characters in it, so in case the ride sucks, at least it has characters in it. That's sort of the effort that's coming from Disney right now.
Yeah, the Guardians of the Galaxy effect.
Yeah, and that can't be good for the long term.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with Universal, who we don't know what their real attitude is for the theme parks until we know what their answer is to this Marvel challenge.
Mm-hmm.
But if Universal is actually serious, and it's still a coin flip how serious they are about the theme parks. But I just wish that there was some billionaire like Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos or someone like that who just said, you know what, let's kick Disney's ass right now. Like, they could do it, because
Mm-hmm.
Disney would not. Disney's sort of the equivalent of, the European armies facing the Nazis. They would just get completely overblown because they're so tied to old ways of doing things. The reason why I don't know why I'm talking about Nazis all of a sudden, but the reason why, big reason why the Nazis.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. ... Big reason why the Nazis ran over the European continent so easily was because the Nazis believed in air power, and the French did not believe in air power. They believed in their large army. And the British did not believe in air power. They believed in their large navy. You can all see this, by the way, in Victory Through Air Power. Copyright Disney. But again, what the reason why I mentioned that is because that's sort of the equivalent of, what if there's a billionaire out there who can think up the next generation of theme park? Like, they will be running over Disney's turf, and they will do it very easily because Disney will not be able to respond very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a theme park that will be completely interactive, and not Disney interactive, where you have a magic band. This is going to be completely interactive, where I don't even know, like the entire environment. I mean, with augmented reality right now, the entire environment could react to you. Imagine just a completely augmented reality based park. I don't even know, but with the more powerful technology, and the easier it is to have this technology in your pocket, something is coming, and Disney does not know what it's going to be. I mean, Disney could with the right competition, Disney could turn into Kodak or another company that's been run over by a wave they did not see coming. It could be Universal Music all over again, Time Warner Music after iTunes came out. I mean, that's actually a better comparison. Like Disney is Time Warner Music, Sony Music, Universal Music in 2002, before iTunes came out.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's the question we have to answer.
Yep, I'm tired.
I'm tired too. It is now 1:40 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yep, Jeff, go to bed. We've been talking for 2 hours now.
I'm with you there. Yeah, our podcasts always, like, it's when it's you and Alan and when it's you and me, it always goes like over 2 hours. So yeah. I think we just have to lay back and accept it. That's what our podcasts are going to be, is the giant epic 2 hour plus podcast.
Definitely. So I'm gonna go to bed. Jeff, where can we find you online at?
I am at Parkscope Jeff on Twitter.
There we go. You can find all of us at parkscope.net. I'm going to get this one up later on in the week. I think we have a bunch of really cool articles coming up, especially with our Parkscope YouTube series. So, yeah, go check that out if you haven't done that yet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so Joe and I have been writing the YouTube Tuesday series for Parkscope, which right now is based on videos that have already existed online. Mm-hmm. But in a couple weeks, in around late August, early September, we're going to sort of flip the series to include Joe and I's giant VHS collection. Once we get a VHS converter to digital, yep, we're going to start converting all of our Travel Channel specials and VHS specials, many of whom, I guarantee it, and I've looked, are not online at the moment. So that will be something to look forward to. But in the meantime, we will be doing YouTube Tuesday every Tuesday. And hopefully, and please give us feedback on what videos you'd like to see, and whether or not you think the videos that we're providing are appropriate, or videos that you actually like. So please let us know and give us some feedback on that.
Cool. Yep. I'm going to go pass out. I'm going to go into my bedroom and pass out face forward onto the pillow because I'm exhausted. Holy shit, I'm tired.
Have a Moscow Mule with gin.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that before falling asleep, I guess, or something. I don't know. Anyway, Jeff, thank you for joining. I've only done I've only done 4 hours of podcast today, so.
Yes. Because you did one with Sean, right, earlier?
Everyone. Yeah, a live one.
Oh, with everyone. Okay, cool. Yeah. So, thanks for inviting me for a post-show podcast.
Yeah.
And I'll be sure to post both podcasts to YouTube once you post them online.
Yeah, so the last one's up right now, so you take care of that tomorrow, and then I'll work on this one. This one will be up later this week, so.
Okay, yeah, no worries.
I'll get it to you soon. Anyway, everyone, thank you very much. Good night. I don't know what else to say. Thank you. Good night.
Good night, everybody.